Hey everybody, it has been about a year since I painted my kayak, and I wanted to give everybody an update and show everyone how well the paint job is holding up. I had a lot of naysayers say it wasn't going to work and it was going to look terrible after a few months. The paint would be peeling off, etc., etc., and I am very happy to say that is not the case. It still looks really good. Doesn't look perfect, but it still looks really good, and I will show you some of the worst areas that have gotten the most scrapes and scratches. When we started, this kayak was mango colored, and I thought it was an absolute eyesore. It was probably visible from space. And I guess under the circumstances, if you're out in heavy boat traffic or in rough water or something, you might want to be visible and seen. But I like to drift around on the edge of the woods and fish and so on and so forth. I'm not out there to be highly visible. And so this paint job suits me much better. So you can see a little bit of the original color coming through here. This is from where I actually put it in the hanger I have, and you can see how it's got some of this black foam material. It sort of sticks to it if it sits in there for too long, and when I go to pull the kayak out, especially in hot weather, some of this foam sticks to it, or in one case it actually, the paint stuck to the foam and I peeled a little bit of the paint off. So there's that. And then because of the way I put it in my truck, there is metal braces that I set it against, and if I don't set it down just right, I have a tendency to scrape it. And you can see right there, I've actually scraped it on a few occasions, and some of the color is shining through a little bit. If we roll it all the way over, you can see some pretty good scratches and stuff on the bottom, but who cares about that? That's why I didn't even worry about painting the bottom completely. This right here is by far the worst damage I've gotten on the entire kayak, and again, I've been using it quite a lot. I used it all last summer, and I've used it, geez, I don't know, at least a dozen times this year I've already been out. I have a little bit of the paint shining through here. This is where I set my paddle. When I'm sitting down, I'm fishing, I just rest the paddle here, and apparently I must rest it a little harder on the left side than I do on the right side, because there's not really much of a mark over there. And that is about it. If we look inside, the purple paint in there was a test color to see how well it would hold up in a place where nobody would be able to see it. And again, it held up really well. It doesn't scratch off or anything like you typically think paint comes off of plastic very easily, and that did not. And since it didn't, I went ahead with painting the rest of the kayak. So there you go, that's 1 year in, and it still looks like this. And just so you believe me, you can see there's no real damage or scratches on the side here. If we go right up into the front, you can see a couple little dings where I've bumped into stuff, and then where it sits in my truck, that's what my the plastic from my wheel well on the inside, the bed liner on the wheel well rubs against right there, and so you can see that. But again, that's under the water line, and it's only on the one side because of the way it goes in my truck all the time. So there you go, everybody. That's your 1 year update. Wilderness Systems Pungo still looks great. At least I think it looks great. You may not like it, but I do, and it's my kayak, so that's all that matters. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you real soon on the next one.